for joining me on my channel. Today I am going to do the hashtag best year ever teacher tag created by GlitterandJams, and I will link her channel below in the video to this tag. And if you are a teacher, I invite you to join in on this tag as well. And there's going to be a total of 10 questions, so if you see me looking down, that is why. And I know this is the same outfit and place I was using or wearing a while ago. I'm using my daughter's room right now because the lighting is better in here at the moment. And there's other stuff going on out in the living room. And then I am just doing all the videos. I forgot what I was saying, sorry. I'm just doing all the videos while I have a chance to do them. So that is why I am wearing the same outfit, and I just didn't feel like doing a wardrobe change. So question 1 is kind of 3-in-1. It is, what grade do you teach and where? Are you self-contained or departmentalized? And how many years have you taught? So I am in between teaching jobs at the moment. I taught for 4 years in New Mexico for the gifted program. Then we moved to Florida last year, and I'm interviewed for several positions. I don't have a position yet, so I'm going to sub. I'm subbing basically kindergarten through 12th grade, but I'm licensed 6th through 12th for gifted education, as well as for history or social studies or social science, whatever you call it in your area. So I can't really answer the self-contained or departmentalized yet, and I already answered the how many years. Number 2 is, what is your favorite subject or lesson and why? So my favorite subject, of course, is history. I'm such a history nerd. I just love it a lot. And I just do so many different lessons, or I try to, even as with gifted. My favorite thing I did with the gifted, though, was pretty much whenever they would do their own independent studies, and I would give them a topic and they would just research it and take it to the next level. And sorry you keep seeing a shadow. My daughter is moving around because I am in her room and she's in here with me. Sorry if the video just spazzed out. I got a call, and for some reason my camera on my phone has been acting weird. When I get a phone call, a text message, connect or disconnect from Wi-Fi, it's just being really weird. So I really hope this doesn't happen in any of the videos I'm filming today. So I apologize in advance. But the next question is, what are you doing differently or the same this year? Hopefully when I get a classroom, I will hopefully have a lot of the same, connecting to the students, making them feel like they matter to me and that I can create a safe place for them to be. For example, I know that there's some kids in middle school or high school that really don't have many friends, and if they need a place to eat lunch, for a quiet place or just a place away from the noise or anything, that they're welcome in my classroom, as long as it follows the school rules as well. Number 4 is, how do you get your students engaged and have fun while learning? Well, I love, love, love trying to make learning fun. And instead of just standing up there lecturing and them taking notes, which I mean, they do a part of that, especially whenever I start teaching history. I like doing student-led projects. I like them doing independent projects, digging deeper into the who and why, and not just the where and what, not just so-and-so did such and such on this date. It's, why did they do it? How did it impact everybody else? What was it like to be a sailor on Columbus's ship? What was it like to be an indigenous person? And all of a sudden here's these people telling you what to believe. It was, I love digging deeper and thinking outside of the box and going outside the normal guidelines of, this is what it says in the history books. I just love taking it to the next level. I just noticed that my daughter put her dry erase board back there, and you can see the light reflecting and the shadow of me as well as my daughter whenever she moves around. So sorry about that. But the next question is question number 5, which is, what classroom management strategies work best for you? And basically it is, I let the kids know I understand that sometimes things happen and you're in a bad mood and you're going to act out. but please don't, because I really don't like getting mad at my students, but I do expect them to show respect, and that is my main rule, is respect. You have to respect yourself and others, respect me, respect my classroom, and respect the school rules. Basically, respect our right to learn, respect the right to teach, respect the property, and all the things that are in place. So basically, it's respect, and we will get along fine and be able to do a lot of fun stuff. Now, if they are disrespectful, then they continue to disrespect the rules, and it's more than just a person. And if it's just a person, then we'll figure out what's going on. If it's the whole class period or the majority of the class period, then they're not going to get to do the independent projects or group things that I have planned for them. They will have to stay doing individual things and mostly lectures and notes then, because they can't handle the fun. But that's basically my main classroom management strategies. Number 6 is, how do you practice self-care throughout the school year? And my main thing is I make sure I drink plenty of water. If I start feeling sick, I start drinking vitamin C, or get the Alka-Seltzer cold and allergy with vitamin C. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. But I try to do that whenever I start feeling like I'm getting sick. The main thing, which is also hard for me to do, is make sure I get plenty of rest. That is the main thing I need to do better on, and I try to do, and I've gotten better than I was, but it's still something I need to work on. Even as a substitute teacher, I don't get as much rest as I should. Number 7 is, what is your favorite teacher thing in your classroom? And it is a picture frame that was given to me by one of my cousins, Brittany. Hi, Brittany. She's also a teacher at preschool, but it was a really, really cute picture frame, and I took a picture of my students that I had had for 3 to 4 years, and it was just a big group picture with most of them in it. And that is my favorite thing, because I had those kids basically since the first year and second year of teaching throughout until I left New Mexico, and they mean a lot to me, and they still do, and I just love knowing what they're doing in their lives, because a lot of them still keep in touch with me. And so that is my favorite thing, teacher thing. I know it's not really in material or supplies or anything like that, but I think it will remain my favorite thing of all times. Number 8 is, what are some of your favorite things to bring for lunch? Well, if I'm in a hurry and I didn't have time to prepare lunch ahead of time, then I will grab one of those tuna pouches. The sweet and spicy is the one I like, and a grab of, or the little things of Ritz crackers. I just grab that and a spoon and a drink, and I run out the door. If I have time to prepare a lunch, then it's usually one of the salads. It's I call mason jar salads, even though they're technically not in a mason jar, or one of my little prepped meal with some of the fajita chicken and veggies, and sometimes I'll throw rice in there too. But that is basically my favorite things to take for lunch. I try to take some fruit, maybe a little special K chocolate, because I just, sometimes you just need that little boost. And then I have to make sure I have some caffeine in there as well. So I make sure I have a Coke or Dr. Pepper or a Pepsi, but usually Dr. Pepper or Coke. Number 9 is, what is something you love about your classroom? Well, I don't have my own classroom right now, so I can't really completely answer it, but I can answer it for my previous classrooms. And my favorite thing about it was my students. And if I can't count them, then it is the things that they've given me, or the things that my own children have made me. It just makes it that much more homey, and more of a place that I hope the students want to be, and that I want to be, because I just love the personal made items or the personal gifts, because it's very thoughtful, and I love it. So that's my favorite thing about my classroom. And the last question, number 10, is, what is something you would love to add to your classroom? So once I get a classroom, the one thing I would love to add to my classroom is going to be string lights. I love the way they look around the boards. I love how they look for hanging from the ceiling or around the borders of the walls. And I just like that I could use those instead of the overhead lights. My at last classroom, I had windows in it, so a lot of times we would have the overhead lights off and just have the windows open so we'd have the natural light coming in. Sometimes we needed a little something extra on the cloudy days, so I would just love to have those string lights up if it's allowed, because I know some districts or some schools don't allow it, but I would just love to have that because it's just so pretty. And just I'd rather use those lights than the fluorescent lights, honestly. But of course, you know, it depends on the students as well. But that is something I would love, love, love to add to my classroom. And that is it for this teacher tag, hashtag the best year ever. I hope that you film your own video and leave it in the comments below so I could check it out. And check out Glitters and Jams video. I will link it below. And I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for watching. God bless.
And if you like this video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Bye.